Salam and hello everybody. Thank you for joining me in another vlog. I hope you're all well. Alhamdulillah, we're very well, thank you. So we started our day with some breakfast. We had some bread that was getting old, so we decided to have toast with honey. So I made toast with honey for everybody. Sanaya's not a fan, but I tried to get her to eat it and she did okay, I suppose. Here she is, just having a look at the honey. After breakfast, we did our homeschooling. So today's lesson was to make a family portrait out of things that she could find in the nature. So we went out to the garden, picked up some sticks and stones. She wasn't a fan because they were dirty, so she was throwing them away. But her dad told her to pick them up and collect them in her bag. Once she was done collecting them, we took them home and washed them so she would be able to touch them. Otherwise, she refused to touch them. And here is her family portrait of me and her daddy, herself and Noah. Then we had to do some decluttering of the freezer because it was full to the top and the lid wasn't shutting. And because of that, it was getting ice all around the edges, which is not good. So here Hubsy is just taking out everything from the freezer. We've got so much frozen food, it's crazy. Frozen fish, obviously, for Hubsy, because I don't eat that. Chicken for myself, and then lots of other junk food, I should call it, because it is junk food for the kids and myself. Here Hubsy is explaining how disappointed he is in me for collecting so much. It's okay, I will eat it, especially during this lockdown. I've got nothing else to do apart from eat. So here Hubsy is showing us how to clear the freezer. So if you just lightly tap on the ice with a hammer, it just falls off. But very lightly because you don't want to damage the internal walls of the freezer, obviously. And here's the cleaned fridge. He did a good job. And here's all my food. There's packages of hutki as well, if you saw. We bought that from Bangladesh about 2 years ago. So I'm just filling the freezer up again. And once that was done, I went on to cooking. And today we're making hutki Bhorta with khatlebis. I've just put the khatlebis to roast. That's jackfruit seeds, by the way. And you just roast them until they soften. And after they've softened, Hubsy started to peel them and I started to roast the shutki, the hidol. Once the hidol was roasted, I roasted some onions, garlic and chilies. Just roast them until they change color slightly. And here they are. That's all our components ready. Now what you're going to do is pop everything into a blender. If you have a fata or pestle mortar, whatever you want to call them, you can do it on that. We don't, so we do it in the blender. He put all the khatlebis in, then he realized he wants to take some out and keep them a bit chunky. So put them in later. Now you're just going to blend that. We like our Bhorta fried, so in a pan I'm just adding some mustard oil and then in goes the Bhorta. Just going to fry that lightly at first. And now we're going to add in salt. Add less at first because you can always add more if you need to. Mix that through. And then for this, the spices are very basic. It's just some chili powder. So that's to your liking, as much as you like or as little as you like. And half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix that and fry that all together for between 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to fry it on low heat. You don't want to overdo it. Here our Bhorta is practically done and Hubsy's giving it a taste. And that's the final result. It was so good, guys. I can't explain. We also made some aloo Bhorta, so I'm just boiling some potatoes. This is the cheat way of making aloo Bhorta. After it's boiled, you're going to fry it until they're golden. Once they're fried, take them out, obviously. Make sure you drain them well. You don't want too much excess oil because you're going to add mustard oil when we mix it. This came out really, really nice as well. Now you're just going to mix together some chili flakes, onions and salt. I made Hubsy do this because my fingers sting. His was stinging too, but you know. You're just going to mash the potatoes in. He's added some mustard oil here because it just tastes so good when you add mustard oil. It's a must in a Bhorta. He didn't show you the mustard oil, so I was trying to show you. And then he got the original bottle out. This is the Radhuni brand. This is the brand we always use. Just mix that together well. The more you mash it, the nicer it tastes. I know it sounds disgusting, but the more you mash it with your hands, the nicer it tastes. And that's the end of the vlog, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Bye-bye.